Please tell us your name and roll number for this exam.
So my name is Sunaram-Aarohan and my roll number is 301383.
Okay. So in this interview, we will concentrate on your optional subjects. What are your optional subjects?
So my optional are law of contract, law of property, law of crime and torts.
Let us start with crimes and tort then. Can you tell me what is the difference between absolute liability and strict liability?
So in case of strict liability, any person who brought any dangerous substances in his premises and thereafter it escapes and causes damages, then he will strictly liable. But in case of absolute liability, when any enterprise engage in any hazardous activity and thereby causes some damage, then that enterprise will be absolutely liable for that. But in case of strict liability, there are certain defenses available to the defendant. Whereas in case of strict liability, there is no such defense. And in strict liability, only any person can be liable, but in case of only enterprise can be liable. And it is necessary that in strict liability, the substances, dangerous substance must be escaped and cause damage to the plaintiff. Whereas in absolute liability, it is not necessary the escape of this thing.
Okay. What do you mean by remote damage and proximate damage?
So remoteness of damage is the direct consequences of the act of the defendant. So in case of remoteness of damage, the defendant is only liable for the direct consequence of his act.
Okay. So, what is vicarious liability? Tell me something about the vicarious liability of the state related to the actions done by its employees.
So vicarious liability is the liability of a person for the tort of another person. The displayed vicarious liability, I am unable to recall.
Okay. Fine. So let's move to Indian Penal Code. It is the vicarious liability states liability for the action of its employees. What is sovereign function? Sovereign function का liability अगर कौन liability रहेगा अलग functions का liability तो कौन liability रहेगा. That is the point of difference. Okay. Okay, fine. So let us come to IPC. Can you tell me under IPC what are the different types of punishments that are prescribed?
So Section 53 of Indian Penal Code provides 5 types of punishment. They are such as death penalty, imprisonment for life, imprisonment, which are of two types. One is rigorous and another is simple. First one is forfeiture of property and fifth one fine.
Okay. So, in which section sedition is dealt with in IPC, and what are the penal provisions?
Sir, sedition is dealt under 124A of the Indian Penal Code, and if any person commits sedition, then he is liable for imprisonment for life, or which may and fine also added to that, and for 3 years of imprisonment.
Mhm. Okay. What is the difference between fraud and criminal breach of trust?
Sir, in case of fraud,
Hmm.
in case of fraud, sir, there is active concealment of the fact. Whether in case of criminal breach of trust, the property is entrusted to the person, thereafter he misappropriate the property.
Okay. Um, under the Indian Penal Code, can you tell me what you mean by trifling acts and how the law deals with trifling acts?
Sir, trifling acts are those acts which in which a person in ordinary course cannot complain about that, and it is dealt under 95 of the Indian Penal Code.
Mhm. Okay. So, under Indian Penal Code, can you tell me what are the exceptions to Section 300? What is there in Section 300?
So section 300 state about culpable homicide.
What are the exceptions? What is Section 300 again?
Sir, culpable homicide.
Okay. Exceptions to 300? Are you sure 300 is culpable homicide?
Yes, sir, 300 culpable homicide.
Okay. What are the exceptions to it?
Sorry. Sir, I'm not sure that culpable homicide. So 300 is murder, sir. 299 culpable homicide, 300 is murder.
Okay. So, can you tell me what are the ingredients of criminal intimidation? What is criminal intimidation? What are the ingredients of criminal intimidation?
Sorry, sir, I'm unable.
Now let us go to your next optional. You said you have taken contract.
Yes, sir.
Law contract.
Yes.
So can you tell me what you mean by wagering contract? Yes.
So hedging contract are those contracts which are such as to betting somewhere in some this type of contract.
Can you give some examples of wagering?
Yes, sir. Suppose
Hmm? Okay, fine. You know what is mortgage?
yes.
So tell me what is mortgage and what are the various types of mortgage that you know?
So mortgage is a transfer of interest in immovable property to secure a debt, and the person who transfer the property is called mortgagor, and the transfer is called mortgage, and the amount which is secured is known as mortgage amount, or if the deed in which mortgage is made is known as mortgage deed. And there are 6 types of mortgages provided under Section 58 of the Transfer of Property Act. They are simple mortgage, mortgage by conditional sale, mortgage by deposit of transfer deed, English mortgage, anomalous mortgage, and another.
Okay. So tell me something about English mortgage. What are the characteristics of English mortgage?
Sir, in case of English mortgage, the mortgage is a right to sell, absolute. There is an absolute sell on certain condition. That are the condition. If it is unable to repay that amount, then the sale will become absolute.
Okay. You know that without consideration, no contract is valid. Okay. What are the exceptions to this rule?
Sir, when the contract is made to the near relative for natural love and affection, and promise to pay time by debt, and promise to compensate for the act which is done voluntarily.
Hmm.
And agency also accept into the agreement without consideration is valid.
Okay. Now let us go to your next option, that is property.
Yes, sir.
What are the types of property that cannot be transferred under the Transfer of Property Act?
So section 6, under section 6 of transfer, there are 10 types of property which cannot be transferred. They are space succession, mere right to re-entry, easement apparent from dominant heritage, public office and salary of the public servant, stipend of the government employees.
Hmm. Okay. What is the concept of lis pendens?
So the concept is that during the pendency of a suit or proceeding, the property cannot be transferred. And if the property is transferred, then the transfer is bound by the decision of the court.
Hmm.
This is the lease pendant.
You know what is main profit?
Yes, sir.
What is the concept of main profit? That is number one. Second, what are the exceptions to main profit?
So main profits are those for which a person acquire from a wrongful possession of immovable property. Whether the interest in that property, but it doesn't include the property which is made by him due to improvement. This is one exception, that is improvement made by him.
Okay. What do you mean by adverse possession?
Sir, in case of a sir, when the possession of a property cannot be claimed without the 12 years or 12 years, and so when the trespasser possesses the property for more than 12 years, then he can claim adverse possession to that property if the owner fails to bring suit within 12 years.
Okay. So, under the Transfer of Property Act, can you tell me, you told about lease pendants, right?
Yes.
So suppose, what are the conditions in which a property on which litigation is going on can be transferred? Litigation is going on that property, but still it can be transferred. In which conditions it can be transferred? So this would be an exception to lease pendants. Okay, what are the exceptions to lease pendants? Okay, fine. So that will be the end of the interview. Feedback है अपना आउट टिके टिके तक वो पढ़िबे ओके कॉन्सेप्ट रा आउ आंसर दउ जल्दी आंसर कॉन्फिडेंटली किछटा जगह रे आपनकर क्लियर होनी अपन कोनटा कहउछंदी सेटा जानी होनी एग्जैक्टली ओके सो टिके जोर रे कहिबे काना सेठी डिस्टेंस टा अधिका थिबो आ से रूम टा भी बहुत बड़ थिबो
Yes, sir.
बुझि परले तो तारो दीटा इफेक्ट गोटे हला बड़ रूम रे मु जदी एसी भी चलथिबो तो बड़ रूम रे मु जदी टिके एटलीस्ट एतिकी जोर रे न कहबी कि जे एटलीस्ट 6 रु 8 फुट दूर रे बसची लोक ताको सुका जीवनी ताले मु ठीक जिंसटा भी कहले लाभ किछि नै ओके तो सेटा गोटे माइंड रे रखिबे ओके अब टे क्लियरली कहबे मे बी अपन जदी टिके स्लोली कहले भी चलिबो बट इट शुड बी क्लियर मु दी तीनटा शब्द कोन कहली एक्चुअली जदी से बुझी परिबेनी से माने एक्चुअली सब बडे कहबेनी अपन आउट रिपीट करन अपन को कहउची अपन को कहउचंती हमें बुझी पारन से माने सेटा कहबेनी इफ दे आर अनेबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दे विल गिव द मार्क्स अकॉर्डिंगली हमको सेटा देखिबार अछि ओके सो फॉर टुडेज इंटरव्यू आई विल गिव यू अराउंड 65 to 70 आउट ऑफ 100 हमरो एम हैला 85 प्लस ओके सो अपन को 20 मार्क्स खंडे इंप्रूव करिया पे पड़ी ठीक है अपन नेक्स्ट पैनल टा काली देबे ना पर दिन ना केबे देबे
सर मु संडे देथिला तर संडे कोन सेम पैनल ना डिफरेंट पैनल
आरो संडे की अस्तिला अपन आरो संडे ना सेपरेट आरो संडे जे अस्तिले सी आपनकर सेक्रेटरी लथिले एथरो जे आछन सी आपनकर पुलिस रो आछन IPS officer जने सी बेसिकली ही विल बी कमिंग तो अपन अलग अछि ओके
तो संडे से आरो पैनल
हम तो व्हाट्सएप कर दिबे मु सेटा देखो रजिस्टर कर दो ओके
यस
ओके सो